Ellis Island was built for immigrants around the world to come there to have a better life. From 1892 to 1924, about over 12 million immigrants came to Ellis Island.
On April 17, 1907, the most immigrants came to Ellis Island. The number is really large. 11,747 people came to the island.
Ellis Island was burned down in 1897. It was rebuilt 5 years later. It was made of brick and stone.
The first and second class of immigrants were inspected aboard the ship. Third and steerage had to go through Ellis Island because they were more likely to have a disease.
When you arrived at Ellis Island, the first thing you had to do was climb upstairs to enter the Great Hall. Doctors would watch you and put a chalk mark on you if they suspected you were not healthy. This was known as the 6-second medical exam.
Some immigrants get marked with a piece of chalk to get their medical exam.
If an immigrant had a curable disease, they would be taken to the hospital and be treated, or they would stay until they were better. Unfortunately, if they had a non-curable disease, they could be deported.
Detained means they had to wait, but deported means they were sent back to their country of origin.
If you had trachoma, you were deported. The PHS doctors checked for trachoma with a button hook.
If they didn't get a mark, they went on to wait in the Great Hall.
Medical exams were required in 1917.
Women were examined by the Ellis Island female doctors if they had the following marks.
After the medical exam, new arrivals had to go through the legal inspection.
Some immigrants were rejected during legal inspection because they had a criminal record.
An indentured servant is a person bound to work without pay in exchange for the cost of travel, food, and lodging.
The literacy test determined if you were going to be deported. It was required so the inspectors knew that immigrants could read, write, and speak in their language.
At the money exchange, people exchanged money from their homeland for American currency and purchased train tickets if they weren't staying in New York City. After 1909, immigrants need to prove they had at least $20 before entering the country.
The exit from Ellis Island is called the Kissing Post. It's called that because of so many happy gatherings that happened there.
Women from England and Ireland were looking for jobs. These jobs were domestic servants or shopkeepers.
Between 1892 to 1954, 4 million Italian immigrants arrived in America.
100,000 people of African descent entered between 1900 and 1920 alone.
An immigrant is one who leaves their country.
During World War I, Ellis Island was used as a hospital. Ellis Island closed November 12, 1954.